All right, what's up, guys? Knicks Daily here back. Today, I'm going to be talking about what it's going to cost for Donovan Mitchell. I'm going to look at both sides. If you guys have been following my channel, if you've been following me on social media, on Twitter, I don't want Donovan Mitchell. I am basically obsessed with the Knicks young core. And that, yes, that includes Miles McBride, Cam Reddish, and Quinn Grimes. Those three players will be in this trade. Also, 4 to 5 first round picks, Evan Fournier for salary. The idea of pairing Donovan Mitchell with RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, and Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson would be great. It'd be fantastic. That's going to be as tough as it gets to beat in the Eastern Conference. But I'm not completely sold that Donovan Mitchell puts the Knicks over the top. And I can pretty much promise you, like, I would put my life on the Knicks not winning, at least next season, with Donovan Mitchell. Maybe even ever. Like, Donovan Mitchell, you're not winning a championship with him as the number one option. But on the flip side of that, I do get people who do want Donovan Mitchell because they're thinking, well, Donovan Mitchell's a star. He's made 3 All-Star games in a row, I wanna say, and you're trading basically middle of the pack first round picks. You're trading Quentin Grimes, who we don't really know what he's going to be. I think he's got a lot of potential, but we don't really know how good Quentin Grimes is going to be. Like, because it's just for the future. I mean, he's only 22, just turned 22 a couple months ago, and then like obviously Evan Fournier doesn't really matter. He's only in that for salary, and I do kind of feel bad for Evan Fournier because he did break the Knicks record for most threes in the season. Like Evan Fournier can shoot the lights out of the basketball, and all he did was just kind of show up to the Knicks and play hard. And he also deactivated his Instagram. I don't know if that had to do with the trade rumors or not, but like I genuinely feel bad for Evan Fournier. Like I'm just saying, he's just not the best defender, and that's actually pretty much it. He's like 28. He's in the prime of his career, but just his defense and obviously Quentin Grimes, we want to give him a chance. So nothing but love for Fournier, but he's going to be in this trade if it happens. But I'm just looking at the poll right now, and 19% of people would not do this trade. I'm one of them, and of course, 81% would do this. I just don't believe that the Knicks will become a championship contender with Mitchell and Randall and RJ and Brunson. Like, we don't know if Julius Randall will get back to what he was, I guess, now 2 seasons ago. I don't have much faith in Coach Thibodeau. I think I mean, at least from what I saw last season, and I do get if you get Coach Tibb, Donovan Mitchell, that it will make things better. But like, if you get any coach Donovan Mitchell, that's going to make things better. I mean, we saw the Knicks play their best basketball because Coach Tibb was forced to actually play the right players. Like, Coach Tibb refused to play Cam Reddish. He said he didn't even want. Well, I don't. I guess he didn't technically say that, but I know there was like people coming out and saying that Coach Tibb didn't even want Cam Reddish. That's why he wasn't playing him. He's playing like 12 minutes a game. He's playing less minutes in New York than he was in Atlanta, which is ridiculous. Obi Toppin, he will not be in this trade. Like Obi Toppin, thankfully, will not be in this trade. But I'm just looking at the New York Knicks, and I think they'll make the playoffs without Donovan Mitchell. I mean, Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, and Julius Randle. That right there is good enough to get the 8th seed. Obviously, they'd be a first round exit. They'd probably maybe get a gentleman's sweat by whoever the I don't know 7th or excuse me, whoever's the first, second, I don't know 3rd seed or whatever. They'd probably be a quick out, but I just want to see where this young Knicks core can take the team because you guys wouldn't know this, but I've got a Memphis Grizzlies channel. If you go look up Grizzlies Kingdom, I've got I only got 1,000 subs, and it's nowhere near the market of New York, but that team knows what they're doing. They drafted Ja Morant. They drafted Desmond Bane. They drafted Zaire Williams. They drafted Dylan Brooks. They drafted Jared Jackson Jr. And then they went out and they got Tyus Jones. They went out and got Steven Adams. They went out and they lost Kyle Anderson, but that's how you should do it. And yeah, sure, the Knicks don't have Ja Morant, and they don't have Jared Jackson Jr. either. They don't. I mean, they don't even have Desmond Bane. Well, RJ Barrett, I would say, is statistically wasn't, I guess, better than Bane, but I mean, RJ Barrett has more upside. RJ Barrett's going to be a stud, but it's just going to come down to. It's really going to come down to. Do I say Julius Randle? I don't really know. I just I have a hard time buying into Coach Tim and Randall. Me personally, I want both of those guys gone. And no, Coach Tim is not a bad coach, and no, Randall's not a bad player. Julius Randle last season was what 20, 10, and 5 on like he didn't even play. He didn't have that good of a season. He still put up those numbers, but it's just more about what can I get from a starting lineup of Jalen Brunson at the 1, and then at the 2, Quentin Grimes, at the 3, RJ, at the 4, Obi, at the 5, Mitch. And then you've got Emmanuel Quickly coming off of the bench. You've got Cam Reddish as well. You've got a guy like a Jericho Sims, a Miles McBride. You've got all these picks to work with. In 2 to 3 seasons of the Knicks buying into the young core and also buying into a new coach, obviously that will be better off for what the Knicks are trying to implement because, I mean, right now, I don't see the Knicks obviously being a contender. So, I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be in the lottery because the Knicks will probably, make, like I said, make the 8 seed, 7 seed. So the Knicks will be in the playoffs with Brunson because that's what they needed was a point guard. But also, I just think the Knicks need to actually commit to Grimes over Fournier and commit to Obi over Julius Randle and all, like I'm saying. So yeah, the Knicks can go out there and they can trade 4 or 5 picks, Cam, Evan Fournier, McBride, and Grimes for Donovan Mitchell. But how much farther ahead are the Knicks from doing that? Do you guys have the Knicks beating Milwaukee or Boston or Miami? Let me know down below. If you have the Knicks beating those teams in a 7-game series, I know it's on paper. I'm talking about on paper. If you guys believe that, I'll take your word for it because I read every comment, and 9 times out of 10, the comments I get, even like I'm talking about people that are disagreeing with me, respectfully at least, I'm like, yeah, dude, you make a great point. Yeah, I'm not claiming I know any more about the Knicks than you guys. I don't. I just make videos. And yes, like I said, it's 1:55 a.m., dude. You can see my eyes. I've got my Knicks PJs on, bro, so you know something's about to go down. My Knicks PJs, you can see, man, I'm sick. My fault, but yeah, we got the XXX Tentacion shirt, man. Rest in peace. Yeah, I'm just getting killed on Twitter. My Twitter is Tyler Bryan, Tyler with an A. If you guys want to go get my back, Knicks fans, but I don't think you're probably going to agree with me on this. But like I said, I'm not saying you're wrong. If you want Donovan Mitchell, that's fine, man. I'm just giving you my opinion. I at least want to, try to solidify why I believe that the Knicks should not trade for Mitchell. I've liked Mitchell, but I don't think he's that guy. I don't think he's going to be able to lead the Knicks. And yeah, sure, the next 2 to I don't know, next 2 seasons, if the Knicks don't get Mitchell, probably won't be that great. But at least the Knicks have all these picks and young players to work with. I just want to see where that goes, man. And 2 seasons, if the Knicks roster is still in the middle, then yeah, maybe I was wrong. But I mean, could you imagine the pressure that's going to be on Bronson and the pressure that's going to be on Donovan Mitchell and these boys playing in New York with championship aspirations? I don't think it's going to happen, man. But I'm gonna sign it here, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and yeah, I'll see you.